Hey, hey, hey. You know what time it is.
Time for the Heart to Heart Journey to Unconditional Love podcast.
Absolutely. I am your host, Delay Bloomer. That is my co-host, Harlan Brown. And Harlan Brown, what's up, what's up, what's up? What's going on? What's the deal? What's the going on? What's going on?
It's a lovely day in the neighborhood. How are you doing today?
Oh man, I'm blessed. I'm truly blessed. It's a privilege. If the audience don't know, it's a privilege to do this podcast, and I've I've enjoying the journey. And what I want to do today, and before we go there, we today what we doing? We just talking. Six. This is our six just talking, and let me take them all because I'm trying to be all studious, but
We're
we
gonna
just
relax
talking.
and
So we
talk.
just gonna relax. We're gonna do what we do and just hang out and just talk. But it's a journey for the podcast, and it's been a great journey. Not only were we able to just reach some people, it helped us. It helped us, for day to day life and how to go about things. This also was an opportunity to raise funds for the scholarships in which we want to send children off to college so that they can be gainfully employed and matriculate through life a little easier with a few dollars. That's what I'm most proud about. And just talking about relationships is something that, we like doing anyway. So that's how, we hit it off. But the journey. So let's talk about the journey because I think a lot of people, especially our age, they don't enjoy the journey of a relationship anymore. It's like a chore. And just think about it. And society, if it has made it robotic, you remember how you used to have blind dates, your friend will set you up with somebody, or you go to a club and you get to talk to somebody, whatever. But nowadays it's more like, well, let me get on an app and let me swipe. And it's become robotic where I'm gonna just swipe and just see what I find. And if I see something that I like, then I might give it an opportunity. But I think that's where we're going, where a lot of people don't enjoy the journey. What's happening on your side of town as far as that is concerned?
I agree. People don't enjoy the journey anymore. I think it's become very mechanic. I think you can say. I think it's almost nowadays you can shop for a spouse like you shop for a pair of shoes, or you
Yeah,
shop,
crazy,
you
right?
add them to your cart, and if you read the profile, you don't like it, you swipe it out. I think that a lot of people don't even have they don't I think a lot of people don't even have the communication skills these days because they're used to being thumb bullies, right? So you can say whatever you want on text, or you can say whatever you want on social media.
Yeah.
You can be very, bold in what your statements are. I just think like people don't go out anymore, socialize. Hey, can I get you a drink? How are you? Like the simple things like that. Because even when you go out and you see couples out, each of them are looking at their phone. They're not even.
Right. They're crazy.
So it's hard to even to have a conversation with somebody, or somebody is waiting for the other person to finish on their phone. Like, hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So I think
It's
just too
crazy
many
because
distractions.
yeah, it's crazy because and I'm guilty, but it wasn't for that reason because I hate the phone. I hate the phone, and I don't want to be a distraction. I don't want that to be a distraction because if you're out with somebody, you're out with somebody. You should give them their undivided attention. But I went I went out, and it wasn't even a date. It was, well, at least I didn't think it was a date, but I went out and it was crazy because I was waiting for somebody else to contact me because we were supposed to go somewhere, or I was just I had set up something else, and I was waiting for that person to confirm the time and date and things like that. And the person I was with was like, "Oh no, we don't do the phones." And I'm like, "What are you like? What did you talk about?" Like, "Oh no, we don't do the phones." And I'm sitting there like, "What?" And then I was like, "Wait a minute." She's like, "You're being rude." And I'm like, "Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I do apologize. I don't, I wasn't doing that, but I was waiting for someone to contact me. And then I realized that, wow, we have become a society of texting, of looking at your phone all the time. And that happens when you're interacting with somebody, even when you're not on a date and you're just hanging out with somebody. This person was just supposed to, just show me around town and do whatever. I was in town and they were supposed to show me around town. And she took it seriously, like, hey, I want to show you around town, but I need your undivided attention. But I think she thought we was on a date too. So, so it's our running joke. We became really good friends. I'm like, oh no, this is not a date. You think we're on a date? We're not on a date. And it's crazy because we became friends after that, and it's really cool. But it's become robotic. It's become a chore than it is a process, a journey, something that you enjoy, something that you embrace, something that you are excited about, something that you look forward to doing. I see people, even when just in general conversation, and like, what you doing? Just swiping to see if somebody want to go out with me this week. And I'm like, well, don't be so happy about it.
Because it comes to the point where you have to have some social skills involved in it, I think, because I really feel like there's not a lot of social skills involved in it. It doesn't take a lot for me to be like, nope, don't like that shirt. Nope, don't like this. Nope, don't like that. Nope, that smile is not for me. Nope. Yeah. At the end of the day, like, I can honestly say people that I met and I connected with, whether I'm in an after hour, not an after hour, but an after work kind of thing.
Oh, no, you said it right. After hours. You be
not
going to
after work.
You be hitting them after hour spots.
A happy hour or something like that, or
going to the boom boom room.
No boom boom rooms for me.
But it's, again, I know we make a light of it.
I just feel like it's human interaction, and I think that if you gave yourself the opportunity just to say hi to somebody who is talking to you or somebody who is making conversation, you'd be surprised. Like, but it's the same thing if you look at the person that you actually started talking to compared to, like, okay, so if this person sent me a picture, would I swipe it left or right? Like, really, would I? Because at the end of the day, it's not, I'm not going to say you need to be attracted to the person, but I'm just like, it's not the beginning of a friendship or a connection. Just if the person is like, I don't like that burgundy shirt, so I'm not. So that's dumb. Like, you don't get a chance to know who the person is. For me, I can't do the online dating because you don't. It's text. It doesn't have any content. I'm meeting somebody blindly, and it's just.
But even dialogue is kind of bland now. When you're talking to somebody, because it's a 20 questions. What are you looking for? And they just go right into it. What are you looking for?
It's an interview.
Are you looking to be married? Because if you're not looking to be married, I don't want to waste your time. I'm really looking for a long-term relationship. I'm looking for this. I'm getting this, and it's so structured. Then you just getting to know somebody, and I hate to use that with quotes, but to getting to know somebody is that's an everyday occurrence. You get to know your coworkers and more every day. You get to know your boss and more and every day. You get to know your kids more and more every day. You get to know your spouse more and more every day. So that getting to know is kind of like overrated in a way for me. So just talking to a person, because you're so used to texting, you're so used to just only having a limited time frame, because you're scheduled. You're so scheduled. Everybody's so booked up and scheduled. And I got this, I got this, I got that. But when you do make time for somebody, sometimes that's imbalance, because one person has all the time for you and you only got a certain amount of time, or vice versa. And there's, but you still enjoy the conversation sometimes. But then it's like, I don't know if this person is ready. After 2 or 3 conversations, like, I don't know if this person is ready, because you're not hearing what you want to hear. You're not seeing something growth. The representative is there where people are holding back. They're not really expressing themselves because they're afraid. And I get it. So there's
I
a
think
lot of different factors in that, but just that the fact that the enjoyment or the joy of it is lackluster. You know what I mean? It's kind of like I'll do it because I don't want to be lonely and I know I need to get out there. I don't know. Talk to me because I'm lost. I'm lost for it. I don't know what's going on.
I mean,
You lost for words too.
I think that a lot of times, like you said, maybe one person is. It could be this. It could be, one person is all gun ho and happy for this connection, and the other person just don't have the time, or the other person doesn't have or don't even really want to be bothered with it, to be quite honest with you.
Yes, but it feels that way. And sometimes
So-
you get that kind of conversation, like, and you're doing everything else. You're on the phone with somebody, you're distracted, kids coming in, you're saying, hey, how you doing? Not excuse me. And let me say something to my kid. The dog's running around, you're playing with the dog. You're watching something on TV. You're all distracted, like, are you there? Hello? And then you're silent. They'll say, "What? Well, I thought you wasn't talking to me. I thought you was talking to your people. So I was just being quiet." So it's so many distractions that we have now that I think a lot of people can't enjoy the journey. So I'm gonna do something a little different. We're gonna get into the scripture a little early because I wanted this is relevant. And I think I love this scripture. Can you read this for the audience? It's coming from Romans 8:25. Can you read that for the audience, Harlan Brown?
Sure, absolutely. It says, but if we hope for what we do not yet have, we wait for it patiently. Let me do it again. I'm sorry. I'm like, I was lost. I'm sorry.
No. Before you go on, it's okay to throw your glasses on. I'll throw my glasses on. Look,
First of
it's
all,
the time. I gotta do it.
It's really not my glasses at this point. It's really not my glasses.
Okay. Yeah, well, we always have that. Yeah, it's not. I don't really need them. Don't have that denial. Don't have that denial.
I'm totally not in denial, but this is really not my glasses at this point. I'm actually
this is like, hold on. Just think about this. This is like the third or fourth one that you started reading.
Seriously, and I'm starting to identify what it is right now, and I'm like, whoa, like I'm not believing that this is happening again. But I can identify. I know what it is, so please give me grace on this one again.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm going to definitely get. I'm definitely will be better at this, but it's just something that I'm going through right now. Okay, so it says, but if we hope for what we do not yet have, we wait for it patiently.
Right. And we talked about patience just before this one. I think when this comes out, I think the one before this is patient. We talked about patience. We don't have any patience, and that's another part of the reason why you can't enjoy the journey. So it's basically letting us know. But if we hope for what we do not have yet, just wait for it patiently and enjoy it. A lot of times we just get so upset that it's not going our way. The first piece of adversity is like, oh, I knew I shouldn't have got into this. I know I shouldn't have swiped for you. You look too good to be true. I've heard friends tell their other friends when they're dating somebody, like, oh, he's too good to be true, or she's too good to be true. There's something wrong. You better be cautious of that. And 10 years later, they still together and their friends are still looking for somebody else. So it's crazy that
you drop, like,
right. But you can kind of see the people who enjoy the journey, and it's kind of people see who, oh, that's it, going through the motions. They're just going through the motions because they want to date. They should be dating. They don't want to be alone. Instead of them just just embracing everything that comes with it. And it's not even the good and the bad. It's you never thought about this. A lot of times I look at things so positive, I forget that there's negative things happening.
Right.
Like, like my car breakdown, I'm like, oh, well, I got to get it fixed. They're like, oh my God, I just got to get it fixed. You know what I'm saying? Or this unexpected bill comes in. It's like, oh, well, I just got to pay the bill. Like, I'm not getting all bent out of shape because I'm looking at it positively. Thank God he's given me the opportunity to pay this stuff. And even if I didn't have it, I'll get it. Don't worry. I'll figure it out. It'll come through. God is always going to take care of me. So I'm okay. So I think having a positive outlook changes the narrative, not just in a relationship and you're dating, but it changes the narrative of your life. So audience, if you're out there listening, and I know I'm on my soapbox, enjoy the journey, embrace the journey. I think has become my go-to phrase, even with anything in life, because when you embrace the journey, when you just grab it by the reins and ride with it, good things come out. And look from a positive perspective, and you're looking at it from a positive perspective, only good things can happen to you. You can only go up. So I don't know. I'm gonna throw it back over to hit the ball back over in your court. What you got for me, Harlem Brown? And get me off my soapbox. Because I know, look, we're already in time.
I think
I
that
can't hear you. Okay.
I think you really do need to enjoy the journey. The journey is the fun part of it. Like that's where you have your experiences. That's where you get to have fun. That's where
Yeah.
you get to learn. And that's where that's where the connection really comes in.
Yeah.
Is in the journey and doing things together and exploring things together. That's where the fun is. I mean, we can structuralize it and you alluded to people going through the motions just to be in something, but if you're really going through the motions, aren't you kind of lonely in that, because there's no authenticity in that? So be true to yourself and be true to the journey that you want to be on, and be true and just be truthful to yourself and your partner. Like, let's have fun with this. Let's do this in a way where this can grow and develop, because that's what you want. You want
Yeah.
growth in your
There we go.
relationship.
We already got talking point 6, or whatever we call it, just talking 7 is going to be, we're going to talk about the approach and how people approach coming into a relationship. A lot of times they just approach it in a negative way, and then they wonder why it didn't work, because you get negative results when you come in a negative way. And you could be with the most positive person, and you want to bring them down, but they like, I'm good. You go ahead and do your thing, and I'm gonna go ahead and do my thing, and good luck to you, And then you'd be like, oh man, I had a good thing, man. That he was great, or she was great, and I just messed it up. I mean, after the fact. So embrace this. You're listening to a podcast for a reason. We all want to get better. I believe. That's just my belief. And again, I look at things so positive that people will be like, you can't be that positive, dude. I'm like, yeah, I've had a lot of life. I've lived a lot of life, and I'm very positive right now. I've seen what negativity can do to your life. And I don't want that a part of my life, because I'm at that phase of my life where I'm embracing all the journeys that I'm on. Good, bad, indifference, whatever. I'm embracing them all, because if you don't, you're going to miss something that God had for you. And I don't want to miss God's blessings, believe me. So any last words? I know our time is up, about talking about embracing the journey and stop being robotic. Be a person. Don't make it don't make it a chore. Don't make it a habit or something structured. Enjoy the quirkiness with it, and I love that word, quirkiness. Enjoy the spontaneity. A lot of times we're not spontaneous. A lot of times you be like, "Yo, I'm in town. Yo, meet me here." Well, I had this. I had that. Come, all right, no problem. I thought you enjoy hanging out with me, but I guess not. If somebody came in town to see me, I'd be like, yo, let's go. You in town? What? Let's go. Well, where do you want me to meet you? What time should I be there? But a lot of times we don't get that. But I'm gonna give you the last words. Any last words you want to say there, Harlem Brown?
Let's enjoy the journey. Just enjoy
Oh,
it.
God. Really?
Just
Is that
enjoy
it?
the journey.
No, this
Yes,
is
that's
good
it.
fun. And again, as we in all our podcasts trying to do something, we'll keep you in your same place. But when you actually do something, your place has no limitations. I am your host, the late bloomer. That is my co-host, Harlan Brown. And we'll see you next week.
See you next
Yeah.
week.
Yeah. Ah.